Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. My name is Midway and I hope you're having a wonderful day because I sure am. Today we're going to be talking about the Guardian Spirit system that has been out in the game since the 30th of December. And we're going to be covering everything you need to know about it. What does it do? How do you get the Guardian Spirits? How powerful the effects are? And so on. So brace yourselves for that. But before we get into it, please go ahead and check out Aptoide if you haven't done so yet. We'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video. For now, let's get into it. So, the Guardian Spirit system, well, you can find it in your game at the bottom right. As you can see, we have a new icon that wasn't there before if you've been away from the game for a little while. And it's a very powerful system, let me tell you. So, it's not easy to get this new kind of powerful what they call them. They call them the Guardians or the Star Heroes. There you go. So basically it's a gacha, of course, like everything in this game seems to be. It's pretty much just that, a gacha. And the way it works is, well, you're gonna have to acquire these, what they're called. You can, hold up, let me bring it up. The packed coupons, there we go. Right, so there is some ways to get these packed coupons, which we'll talk about in a second. And basically you get those and you use them to draw out the Star Guardians. Now, there is some chances over here which we can talk about. There we go. So there is different rarities of Star Guardians. Of course, the rarer ones are going to be stronger than the ones that are a little bit weaker, and there is going to be a lot more to it, right? So you have a 1% chance of getting an SSR, a 10% chance of getting an SR, 20% chance, excuse me, of getting an R, basically, which is just a fodder or like something you're going to be throwing away to get materials to upgrade the other Star Guardians. And finally, you have a 69% chance of straight up just getting random stuff, right? You don't care about that. So there's a big chance you don't get anything you want, and it's pretty hard to get your hands on these coupons to actually draw out the Star Guardians, right? So how do you get them? Well, let's talk about that in a second. So there is multiple ways, one of which you can already see up here is by just clicking on the little icon of the the packed coupons. So you can exchange 200 of these coins or these tokens for one packed coupon, right? So we can go ahead and do that, and there we go, we have 4 now in our hands. Now, how do we get these coins? Well, the way we did that is just by doing daily quests, right? So you can see right here that daily we're going to be given these just quests to kill a bunch of enemies, and that is going to be giving us, what is it, 400 per day. So that is 2 draws per day onto the Star Guardian system. So there is more ways to get that. You can participate in the cross-server ranked match, and here at the bottom there's going to be, of course, in the shop, there's going to be packed coupons which you can buy weekly. You can buy, what is it, 6 at a time, so there's 2 coupons in each one of these packs. They're quite expensive, but if you are just like me and you have pretty much acquired everything you need from the system, well, that's also 6 coupons we can get from there, right? So we are now up to 10 coupons today. So that's pretty much the whole thing. Now, if you, of course, want to spend money, there's other ways of, and that is decent, but not quite. There is other ways of acquiring these coupons, right? So if you want to be spending money but doing it efficiently, then at this point you can go to the pack system, and here you can guarantee yourself to get one of these ones. The what's it called? This one is to raise the stars of the already unlocked Star Guardian. It doesn't guarantee you getting it, but yeah, you can also get some mats for there and then some coupons. So this is a pretty decent pack for the value it carries. And then the other option is pretty much to just go ahead and buy this pack down here, which is going to be resetting weekly, and it's going to be coming with 5 packed coupons and a bunch of gems. Now, of course, if we go to the system, there will also be here, let me go to the the hero exchange or whatever. Actually, you cannot buy the packs straight out from here. I did think you could. Never mind that. Okay, so there is no other way to actually spend money on this. You gotta do it through the daily system or just through the packs. So you cannot throw all your money away at this and just buy stuff like in a gacha. It's gonna be a little bit more of a staggered fashion. So let's go ahead and draw 10 with the ones we actually got. And there we go, we actually got an SSR. That is pretty damn strong. Okay, so that's it. I don't have any more at this point, and as you can see, I got most of the stuff that I got was completely irrelevant. So what do I do with these guys now? Okay, so let's go to the Star Hero list. As you can see, of course, there is 5 SSRs. There's gonna be 9 SRs and a bunch of Rs, which we don't really care too much about, but we might. And all of these guys have pretty powerful effects to them. So let's read through the guy that we just unlocked. They have a main skill a support skill, and a developing skill, right? There's different types of skills. Each of them will do a different thing, and yeah, let's just read through this one first. So the main skill for this guy is every 14 seconds after the battle starts, deal a bunch of AoE skill damage, and the target's going to be bleeding for 400% bleed skill damage per second for 5 seconds, ignoring immunity. So it's a pretty aggressive one. It's just going to be doing a big bunch of damage, of course scaling together with your skill damage, and this one's designed for mages, if by the icon it wasn't already obvious. And then they have a support skill which reads, releasing the main active skill reduces target's damage resistance by 5% for 5 seconds. So you might think, well, you just get the rarer ones, you put them all together into the star array, which is the other thing we're going to be covering now, and that's it, right? Well, not exactly. You cannot have an infinite amount of guardians in the star array. You can only have one that's going to be having their main skill activated, and then the other two are going to be having their support skills activated. So if I was to be deploying this guy over here, and then I was to be deploying this guy over here, then as you can see over here, right in the switching menu, actually it's gone now. I think I might need to remove them. No, I cannot really do that. So anyways, we can go over here and see that only one of them is going to be having the little icon, which means that that's the active one, and the other two next to it, or the other two that are below, they have their support skill activated when they are in those positions, right? So we want to, of course, choose the one that has the strongest active skill for us and support that active skill with the other support skills from the other guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You can also see a breakdown over here, so you can see that, for example, we have the main skill activated, which reads every 14 seconds after the battle starts, gain a shield that absorbs 8% of max HP for 5 seconds. And then you can also see that during which every basic attack deals additional 8% current AoE counter damage, which means that this guy that I have chosen is not exactly the best for me, but nonetheless, it does have a little bit of thing going to it. And then we also have another support skill happening, which is releasing the main active skill, reduces the target based energy speed by or regen by 8% for 5 seconds. Its active skill would actually be dealing a bunch of AoE skill damage once again and stunning the target for half a second every 16 seconds, right? So you definitely want to be collecting them all, choosing the ones that are stronger for your class, putting them together, and then also, of course, raising the star levels, leveling them up. And also there is going to be a developing star array, which there is going to be a set of star heroes, which we actually don't have any of right now, which would also have what it's called the developing skill, right? You can see it down at the bottom. The developing star array will also offer other additional buffs, which I cannot show you right now, but we can maybe go ahead and see in the hero list for a second over here, if we can find anybody with a developing skill. Otherwise, yeah, there we go. For example, this guy has a developing skill, which is gain 2% more parking coins when collecting mounts. So it's straight up just going to be giving you little buffs that are going to be impactful. There you go, more parking coins. This one is going to be reading more parking coins, daily seats +1, 1% removal, what's it called, remodel points when collecting mounts. So it's just a little bit of an extra progression buff, nothing too crazy, nothing too groundbreaking, but it's definitely going to be helping. And everything else, as you can see, for example, you have here some pick capacity increased, and they are going to be having some basic stats, of course. So the rarer the guy you have collected, well, the better it's going to be the stats on there. Right? You can see base attack, HP, and defense plus 390. And finally, we also, of course, have the leveling up system, where basically whenever you have one of these heroes, you can go to the Racing Star section, and if you are able to get one of these badges for yourself, then you are going to be able to level them up. Now, when you have duplicate star heroes, you're going to be able to just discard them, and you are going to be getting the Guardian Star Cores, which you can also spend away in the shop to get more stuff. Basically, just buy more coupons if you so desire, but you can also buy other stuff within the game. So there you go. The only thing that I have a big question about is how you actually acquire the what you call them, these shard things that you are going to be needing to raise the stars. You can see that raising the stars is going to be showing you here how much power that hero is going to be getting, but you also have up here the universal SSR star hero shard, and you know there's going to be one for each tier. Not sure where you actually acquire those right now and what's going to be happening with them. Of course, I'm assuming you're going to be fusing them together in order to craft the item that you want to be leveling up specific heroes, but I I right now do not know where that is, so let me know if you are able to find it. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and now let's look a little bit about what Aptoide has for you. Aptoide is basically just like Google Play. You download apps from it onto your Android device, and once you do so and you start playing those apps like Legend of Mushroom through Aptoide, you're going to be able to earn cashbacks that can go from extra 10% all the way up to extra 35% of any amount of money you are spending, right? So check out the screen, picture you're going to be trying to buy this pack, and we are going to be prompted with this screen where we are going to be told how much bonus we are going to be getting out of this purchase, which in turn, once we do have enough of the bonus, we are going to be able to select it in the form of the AppCoins credits to make the payment for us without actually using our real money. So we can increase this bonus by doing things like using my code, which is going to be down here under the screen as well as the description, and we input that into the AppCoins wallet. Now there's going to be a whole guide down there in the description about how to set the whole thing up on your Android phone as well as on an emulator on your PC. It works on like BlueStacks or Nox or things like that. Just set it up, download Aptoide, download Legend of Mushroom through Aptoide, and then also download the AppCoins wallet from Google Play or whatever. And here you're going to be able to see how much bonus you currently have accumulated, your purchase history. You're also here going to be able to find where you input the promo code that I talked about. Just put it in there, and that's going to be giving you that extra 5% bonus forever. Just never have to worry about it again. You can also see how much more you need to be spending in order to unlock higher amounts of bonuses in the form of a milestone kind of thing. And then finally, you can see active events going on within the AppCoins wallet, which for a limited time will be increasing the bonus you get in these games in particular from 5 all the way up to 10% for usually about 24 hours, right? So all those things combined, that can net you an extra 35% of anything you are spending in Legend of Mushroom or any other Android game by that matter, right? So you can see how this is going to be very damn helpful to participate in those gachas, where as you spend in order to eventually get whatever you want, you're going to be able to afford more packs for free. So in total, it's going to be reducing the cost of things, right? So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think about the video. And if you got any questions about Aptoide, drop them down below in the comment section. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. See ya.